Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
You're a little bit far away.
Yeah, I've been kicked out. It's in a cage.
Well, it's been about a year since we had a special of Will and Darius, two of our friends, doing an episode together without us being there.
I wouldn't say friends, but yeah.
Wow, that's not very nice, because they're currently sitting here with us.
Yeah, it's not very nice at all.
Or
I agree. Let's just get rid of them and do this ourselves.
or with me at least, because you're currently sat on top of a shelf, which is why you're far away.
Yeah.
Is it comfortable?
It's alright. A bit metal. Too bad. Pretty high up.
Cool. Well, I might come and join you then for the next couple of episodes. So, Will and Darius are two friends of ours. I think last series we had... It was actually around this time last year you both did an episode together. Almost a year ago now, series 2 that was. And, yeah, we thought it would be nice for you two to do another episode together.
Wait. Series, what series are we on now?
Series 3.
Oh.
Coming towards the end of series 3 now.
I'm behind a little bit.
Yeah, have we found out if the Geese do have udders?
Still pending.
Right,
Still pending
right,
on that
right.
answer. But anyway, yeah, so for you guys listening, me and Matt, we're going to have a little break for a couple of weeks. Will and Darius, it's up to you two.
Hello, Darius. This is the introduction to the podcast now.
Yeah, apparently you both have an intro. That's pretty wild.
But this could just be the intro.
Right, okay,
Us
let's
just saying
make
hello
this
to
the
each other
intro.
like a normal conversation.
We'll show them how to do it, a natural flow of conversation. Discuss current events, topics, bit of drama,
I like it.
rather than kind of personal tangents that listeners might not understand, the inside
Listing
of jokes
holidays
and
after
references.
holidays.
Yeah, not much of a holiday man myself. Went abroad for the first time since lockdown. It was all right. It wasn't great. I went with Wizz Air.
Is that because you're not allowed anywhere because you haven't got the vaccine?
Yeah, I mean, pending on the vaccine for sure. There's a lot of drama going on with that one. But that's not what listeners want to hear about. They want to hear about something that they might be more intertwined with. Going abroad, everyone's doing it right now. I thought I'd join a bandwagon, get one of these lastminute.com really cheap packages. I chose Wizz Air though, and I wasn't familiar with how bad they are as an airline. I saw the cheap tickets, my eyes lit up, and just huge delays either way. For like a 2-hour flight, it's crazy.
2-hour flight. I don't know where you went, but it's 2-hour flight, so I'm gonna guess Spain because you're not a very imaginative man.
Well, it's Tenerife, so it's Canary Islands, isn't it? So pretty much Spain, isn't it? So yeah, not very imaginative at all. Easy, quite at ease with the lockdown procedures. I actually took a test and they didn't even ask. That's 25 quid gone.
That is a steep price to pay for making sure that you're safe.
I know, right? It's pretty crazy, definitely. It's pretty crazy. And yeah, Wizz Air, just pretty snaky guys. I mean, if you get a 3-hour delay, then they owe you £6 meal voucher, which is nothing really. And
£6 meal voucher.
Yeah,
is that like a pot of olives or something?
Oh mate, it'll be airline food from Wizz Air, so it's pretty much nothing.
Mush.
So we didn't take off for about 3 hours 20. So I'm asking the stewardess, and she says it's from when the door shuts. So they made sure they shut the door about 10 minutes before 3 hours. You know what I mean? So it's just really slight. And I just wanted to get that out of the way. Don't fly with Wizz Air. Won't be trusting them again. Really longing out my compensation claim.
Yeah, that's pretty grim. I mean, when I was
Yeah,
in
right. First holiday in years, and let's get screwed over. Sorry, go on.
No, that's fine. When I was in where was it? Thailand, Vietnam, something like that. I went by Bamboo Airways, and we literally found them because we were walking along the road, going, "God, we need to get to the next place, but it's miles away. I'm not spending 3 days on a train. Let's have a look at where we can go." And just literally Googled airlines, and then round the corner from us was Bamboo Airways, and we went, fine, let's go in. And it was about 15 quid for four of us to fly from one end of the country to the other. And to be fair, it was pretty good. The food
Good
on there
experience.
the food on there was East Asian food, so it was just some rice with some sauce and stuff. But everything was in bamboo. So there was a little bamboo pot, there was little bamboo chopsticks. Yeah, they really went to town with the bamboo logo,
Bamboo theme.
bamboo thing. The plane luckily was made out of metal, but
Right.
but no, it wasn't a bad experience at all. But yeah, Wizz Air does sound pretty shocking.
Yeah, it's really sly tactics. I'm not gonna lie, but Yeah, I mean, I guess that's just the way it goes. You even had to pay to choose your seat. You know, if you want to sit next to someone, you had to pay like €6 or something.
That is pretty standard now, to be fair.
Really?
Yeah, which is why everyone, when COVID hit and everyone went, "Oh no, the airlines are running out of money." I don't care.
Yeah, don't
Because,
care at all,
like,
right?
Sorry, you've been like, "Oh, you wanna have some bags on your 4-week holiday?" Yeah, you got to pay
Yeah.
extra for that. You wanna sit next to your friends on this 11-hour flight? Yeah, pay extra for that. You wanna get on the plane? You're gonna have to pay extra for that.
Yeah, and the whole like priority boarding, like it's not going to get off until we're all there. So I just always wait until I'm back at dead
There
back
is
of the line.
no point.
Yeah, it's crazy to me.
What I love about it is they have, basic boarding, and then priority boarding, then like extra priority
Oh,
boarding,
dear.
then deluxe priority boarding,
Fast
and you're just
track.
thinking it's just a list of people who have paid money to stand in a slightly shorter queue.
Yeah, yeah.
But as you say, everyone's got a seat on the plane.
Yes, you just have to sit down for longer. I guess people are very feisty about the overhead luggage, right? So I think they kind of want to get that, but it's going to fit really.
There's
somewhere.
enough space, realistically, and if there's not, it probably shouldn't be in hand luggage. It'd probably be in the hold.
Yeah.
That really annoys me actually. When you're going on a flight and someone's like wheeling a massive suitcase on you, like just put it in the hold.
Yeah.
I know it's going to cost
yeah.
you £600 to put it there rather than carry it on yourself, but it's not fitting.
No one clapped when we landed. There were a few ironic claps, I think.
There's always that one like stag do going woo, and then it's just silence.
Well, yeah, mate. Duty free. I got a bottle of rum, and you can just down that baby in the airport, on the plane, even if you're quite sly about it.
I don't think you're supposed to.
You're not supposed to, but I mean, they can't really do anything, I don't think,
No.
because if you just get it out of the bag, it's all good, really. Just don't be a dick about it, really.
A delay in a good airport is always a good thing. I went to
Yeah.
Bulgaria, like February, March.
Airport time is not real time.
No.
Spoons, pint at 5 a.m.
So our plane was at 10 o'clock or something. So we had to be at the airport for say 8. So I was at East Croydon station for 6:30 in the morning. 2 tinnies in hand. Got on the train.
Nice.
One of my mates went, bearing in mind this is East Croydon to Gatwick, which is 20 minutes,
Light work.
half hour. You only got 2 tinnies. Gave me another tinny. I had 3 tinnies before we got into the airport, and then the plane was like 2 hours delayed or something. So we had 4 hours to sit in Gatwick, and there's a Wetherspoons in Gatwick. We got battered. We then got out the other side, and there was a small shop in the airport, and I got 2 boxes of 4 Heinekens because that was the only beer that I recognised. And then we had to we'd hired a minivan to take us to the ski resort place we were staying at. And it was 2 hours on a motorway, but it was a motorway in the middle of the night in Bulgaria. We were going about 400 miles an hour. Everybody was just drinking. I mean, I offered one to the bus driver, and he was initially he was like, no. And then when we got pretty close, he sort of was like, yeah, go on in, we're not very far away. And was drinking with us. We had to stop in the middle of rural Bulgaria to get out, and we literally sort of had to. You just pulled over on the side of the motorway, and then there's a massive ditch that we fell into, and then climbed up the other side. We're just standing in this field in the middle of Bulgaria. Stars were incredible. I don't know whether it's just because we were really, really drunk or not, but
Yeah, good topic though. It's a good opener. We didn't really do an intro.
that was the intro, mate.
I
And
guess let's call that the intro.
the intro was let's not talk about holidays, and then we spent the whole time talking about holidays.
yeah. Terrible. That's terrible from us.
So, Will and Darius, you're both smart people. Currently in the UK, we're having a great time with the economy. By the time this episode goes out, who knows, government might have collapsed by then. But basically, I would like you two to come up with a solution that our government can use to fix the economy with a budget of £10.
Will, you have anything? I might have something.
You crack on, mate, and a biscuit.
All right. Okay. Well, £10. I suppose you can't do much. There's a big cheese issue, as we've heard. 2/3 of all imported cheese, right? So you can maybe buy some cheese, for sure. But I think I might buy. Oh, mate, it's terrible because I don't know whether to entertain the system and show people how to live. Like, spend a tenner on food and make that last a week to show people that you can do it with a full shopping list where you got it, and things like tuna. You get 2 steak bakes at Sainsbury's for £1. you know, I could work that out all right. Get a bit of rice, some so I could have some good meals.
Whilst Will is still eating his biscuit, how is that fixing the economy?
Yeah.
I think it's showing people how the budget, right? Like,
But you've got that £10 to fix the economy, and so far you've bought cheese and something, and that's
right,
not
but
that's
we
not
can
solved
show,
the economy.
We can show people that you can live on a budget, you know.
Like a Pt.3 Jesus.
Darius, you've got £10. Fix the economy.
I didn't put money in the economy to fix it.
So Matt's just said, don't you need to put money into the economy to fix it? To an extent, yeah. I think the key is raising taxes for people who are living comfortably. I don't know where that figure would be, whether it be sort of 20 grand or above, 30 grand or above, like yearly income. But you know, the people who earn less, the lower earners in our society, that's where I was getting to, need to be paying less taxes, while the people who are earning more need to be paying more taxes. And taxes on corporations and things like that need to be increased. That way, more money needs to go into the sort of budget, as it were. And then it will go through. If people have, if sort of the NHS, fire brigades, roads, councils, and things are properly funded, they will work better, and then people will be more supportive of it. But people do need an income. You are right, Matt. People do need an income to go, oh, actually, I'm going to go out and spend money in bars, in restaurants. I am going to go out and buy a slightly bigger shop this week rather than last week. But then that money goes in, and then it gets taxed heavier because it's going into corporations and businesses, and then comes back out the other end. Support for services and stuff. I think that's the way to do it. I think the Tories have done it the wrong way round and gone, yeah, we're going to cut taxes for the wealthy. It was commonly called trickle-down economics, which became famous in the Reagan eras in America. But the idea is that cut their taxes for the wealthy, and then they start spending money on things, and so they start spending money on Rolexes, and then that money trickles down into the sort of middle classes. You spend money on things, even trickles down into the working classes, and so on and so on. The problem with that is that's fine, but people don't tend to buy lots and lots and lots of really expensive things. You know, once you've bought a jet, once you've bought a yacht, once you've bought a second house, people tend not to. So what happens is people just hoard the money, have enormous fortunes, and it doesn't actually get trickled down at all. There's just money sat at the top, and it doesn't go back into the economy or go down at all. Because, yeah, okay, you know, say to wealthy people, we're going to cut your taxes, and they're going to go, oh, fantastic, let's go to Waitrose and spend money. But actually, realistically, the difference between the amount of money that they're spending and the money that working class people, middle class people will be spending actually isn't that dramatically different, but it makes more of an impact on £5 for a really high earner, or take what we said at £10, actually isn't that much. You know, that might go, oh, well, if I've got an extra £10, I might buy a slightly nice bottle of wine this week, or I might buy sort of, you know, some chorizo or something like that to go with my paella rather than whatever else you were going to spend. If you give a working class person £10 and go, cool, I'm going to now feed my family for a week. £10 at the lower end of income scales goes a lot further than at the top. So we shouldn't be trickled down. Trickle up is a wrong phrase, but it should be more the money needs to be injected at the bottom, and then it will work its way up, rather than put it at the top where it just sits and festers.
I agree, because they'll actually celebrate and want to spend it, whereas the rich just want to stay rich and greed and hoard. Like, I think I heard this story, you know, this man goes out, gets one fish for his family, and then like, why do you only get one fish? Oh, I just wanted to feed the family so we can go and chill in the evening and have a nice evening. Whereas they might say, oh, you should go and get loads of fish, and you can sell that for a profit, make a company out of it, get a fleet of boats, collect all those fish, make a huge company, put it on a stock exchange, sell it. And then it's like, okay, but what's the point? Once I have all of that, what am I going to do? You're probably just going to chill with your family. So
Just buy one fish and
So you spent 20 years trying to get to the same destination, really. It's a bit crazy.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think businesses and people who are going to... I mean, another argument for trickle-down economics is if you give people who have a bit of money a little bit more money, they're then going to use that money to then build a business, and they're then going to pay other people, so more people are employed and other stuff. The problem with that at the moment is we haven't actually got that many unemployed people. The employment rate in the UK isn't actually
quite low at the moment,
overly high. In an economy where lots of people are out of jobs, it does make sense that you need to make job creation incentives, hence limiting taxes on business and wealthy people. But in this economy, you don't need to be doing that. What you need to be doing is making sure that the people who have jobs actually get paid enough for the jobs they have, so they can feed their families, heat their houses. I mean, it's not entirely the Tories' fault because there are things going on in the world. The war in Ukraine at the moment is causing an issue, but it's not ideal.
Yeah, to answer your question, Mick, I would go to 10 Downing Street and bribe the security with my tenner, hard cash, hard to come by these days, and then get inside, speak to Liz, say, let's sort it out together, right? We're not leaving here until we sort it out. So, yeah, that's not a bad plan.
What else would you say to her?
We would discuss policies, and I'd rather not get into those, as it could be quite damaging for my political career.
I reckon an ending could be like, all right, Darius, I'll see you later. Sleep well. Sleep well, listeners.
And I'll pretend like I'm leaving, and I'm like,
Michael move.
are you going anywhere? It's like, no, just probably gonna stay here for a little while.
Just gonna sit here and actually do the podcast.
You say goodbye if you go the same way.
Yeah, but maybe you live here now, and that's okay. That's
my
yeah, that's new. That's new.
Goodbye, Darius. Good.
Return
Get on the podcast.
Return in 3 months. Just never left.
Okay, so Mick's just handed me the outro.
Okay.
So Will's first.
Podcast outro.
Is this the one Will, Matt, George,
Oi, shut up.
Sorry, Will.
Oh, you had your jet one, didn't you? Oh, I think he was pretty lackluster, wasn't he? All right, sorry. Go on. Sorry.
Podcast outro. Hey, thanks for listening to our podcast. Don't forget to give that follow or subscribe. Oh, it's gone. It's Mick, get it back.
And it's gone.
Okay.
South Park
okay.
meme.
Don't forget to give that follow or subscribe button a click so you don't miss out on any future episodes. And you shouldn't really start a sentence with, or certainly not a paragraph of and why not check out our Twitter? It's not our Twitter, but it's their Twitter. And Discord. You got Discord? Discord too, where we post updates, behind the scenes stuff, and just general other news about the show. Links in the description below. Got any topics or questions you think need a proper answer or have yet to be asked? Don't ask us. It's gone again. God, this is very professional. To be asked, drop it in the comments below or send us a tweet. Until next time, intro, good morning or afternoon, depending on what time you're listening to this podcast, and welcome to yet another episode.
You don't need to do the intro, Will.
He was in the groove there. I felt
Goodbye,
like.
Darius.